Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, today it has been the first time since Raila Odinga called off mass action to have the town hall meeting with Kenyans just to listen to their views ahead of the bipartisan dialogue. But then if you listen to the people who attended that event, it tells you the real views of Kenyans. The truth has finally come out clear that most of Kenyans are not comfortable with this dialogue between Raila Odinga and William Ruto through their representative. Many people do not believe in that, and they have every reason to doubt that dialogue. They have been listening to William Ruto and his allies. It confirms that people want to go back to the street. They are telling Raila Odinga the only language this government will understand is the language of mass action. Picketing, sitting, demonstration. That is the only way to go. But then, the other trend that is emerging and which should be worrying William Ruto is now the entry of the middle class into the mass action. It is now clear that middle class is going to join phase 2 of mass action in case Raila Odinga is going to declare the resume of the mass action in this country. Reason? Delayed salary. Today is that 13. But imagine, civil servants up to now are yet to receive the last month's salary. So for them that attend Raila Odinga, just call action even today or tomorrow will start. Because they understand that now, Ruto started with the poor, he has come now to the middle class, and soon he will be going for the rich. And now it's the right time to kick out that regime which is not ready to pay civil servants. First of all, listen to this speech, and from where we're going to continue with this conversation. Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And back to this discussion. Now, many of you will agree with me that most of the revolutions that have succeeded in the world, it has always been involved by the middle class. If you have the poor only, then the middle class is not fully involved, it becomes a little bit hard. But once you have the middle class, those who are working, those who can afford life, then that revolution can easily succeed. So it is also a signal to Raila Odinga that if he's serious and go back to the mass action way, because Ruto has now made a blunder, huge blunder, an accident that is going to cost him. So it's just for Azimio to take that advantage and go back to the street. Because I was listening to Gachagua, huyo mzee tutamwachia Kimani Ichung'wah, natadili naye huko kwa bunge, tutamwachia Ndendi Nyoro. That was the language of Rigathi Gachagua. Ruto called Raila Odinga my brother, my friend, when he was pleading with him to stop the mass action. But I heard the speech from Ruto the other day also saying, what were deep as an system tuliwashinda. And the Gachagua used the same language even when he was attending one of the iftar. Unajua Waislamu bado wako kwa Ramadan. So he attended one and they said, yule mzee wa kitandawili, you still refer to Raila Odinga kama mzee wa kitandawili when you have called for dialogue. They still talk about the handshake government. It's the one that has caused this government not to pay salary. 7 months in office. So there's no goodwill. That's the reason why people are saying we want to go back to the road. We will be on the street. And they are requesting Raila Odinga just to resume mass action. And one of the reasons why William Ruto has not managed to pay the civil servants. One of the reasons will be the cost that has come through the mass action we have had in this country. Ile ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu. Just imagine if it could have continued for 2 weeks. Hata hii madeni ya China na kwengine hawatalipa. They cannot. So for that short time, they were affected in a huge way. And they will not come out to talk about this. They will hear them saying about handshake. It means mass action is sending a message to this government to tell them, if you are not serious, you make joke, we can destabilize you. And that's true. One of the way to deal with William Ruto is to destabilize his government. And that can happen by conducting mass action. Even if he becomes so much arrogant or use excessive force through the police and whichever means, he will have no scapegoat. He will have nowhere to hide. Because once you fail to pay salary, that is the language you will hear from the academians. Amesema mkasikia. There's nothing to negotiate. They have worked. They need their payment. And if the government is not paying, then for them they are with the people and they are ready to go to the street. So, hapa tayari umehatarisha kazi zote. There is no service that will be taking place. Doctors want to be on the street. Now, academians want to be on the street. And if you go to the government offices, no one will even attend to you. Kama unataka birth certificate, you want your passport. And someone told me now they are charging for the passport, they have tripled the price. But I'm yet to get that information. If you have it, send me on WhatsApp. So, most of these services are going to be jeopardized. And once we reach that level, when all the operations have been grounded, tell me if we still have a government. That's how to finish a government. So the question is, what if, and they are so much arrogant, they should be asking themselves this question before going that way of arrogance. Because before Ruto listen to Gachagua, he should know, can he manage to lead this country if people are demonstrating? Before he allow Gachagua to continue with the venom he's now vomiting everywhere. He's spewing venom everywhere. He should ask himself, can he manage to lead this country if he can just have mass action for 1 week? So he should prepare for the worst. But again, it is also upon the Azimio leadership to offer also their advice to Raila Odinga, because even for me personally, I don't see a goodwill in that conversation when someone comes out and say, we are not going to change our views on matter of managing the economy in terms of affordability of basic commodities like food. Kimani Ichung'wah said it. And Aaron Cheriot seconded in their first meeting, before meeting with Azimio. So the first question we are asking ourselves here, at first place, why are they going to this meeting? The reason is simple. Azimio raised 3 issues. And those are the issues they expect to go and discuss in that meeting. Ruto found a reason to sit down with Raila Odinga to discuss the issues that Azimio was raising. Cost of living, opening server, constitution of the new IB's commission. Those are the reasons people were on the street. So when you say that we will not discuss the issue of food and the taxes, the tariffs, electricity tariffs, and fuel, because we are in the bottom up, we will not change our mind, then why did you call for the dialogue? And that is a reason enough for Azimio to see that these people have no goodwill. Because you cannot start refusing on the principal issues, key issues that Azimio has raised, that you need to go and discuss about. Sasa mnakataa na mkutano haijaanza. Mnasema hatutaongelea mambo ya chakula. Sisi hatutaongelea mambo ya mafuta. Hatutaongelea mambo ya kufungua saba. Sasa unataka muongelee nini? Kabla muitishe mkutano, Raila na Wakenya walikuwa wametoa malilio yao na walikuwa wamesema sasa tutaenda kwa street to demonstrate and send this government away. Watu waende Sugoi, wengine waende kule ni Madira ama ni wapi huko, wengine watu waende nyumbani. But they say okay, we can have a negotiation here. So people will easily join Raila Odinga if he's prepared to go back to the street, because William Ruto hako bado na kiburi kubwa, Gachagua hako na kiburi kubwa kama ile nakuanga ya kondo. Sasa hapo ndo tumefikia. So and they have a hard way to go. If you listen to the voice of the people here, and the middle class is ready. So Raila anangoja nini? It is time to go back to the street, deal with this government decisively through mass action, and they will give in.